Hello everyone, it is Sue here. Welcome to my Monday Crafty Chit Chat and Slow Stitching video. Today I want to work on something different. It's going to be, well, I don't know what it's going to be. Oh my gosh. I guess it's going to be like I guess a pouch actually. I'm into these pouches obviously, but I wanted to use this amazing fabric, which I will show to you in a second. What I wanted to do really quickly, since we've been working on my mother's table topper, I just want to show you kind of where I'm at. So we're just going to spend a minute on here. So I haven't sewn down the corners, but the whole front is sewn. So that's done. It's all sewn. So I have to sew well, these are ready to sew on the corners because I have decided, and I did ask all of you about whether I should put the lace under these corner pieces or over. I've decided to do over. So that's going to be basically next. But for the back, I do have everything planned for that. So right now it's just batting. And what I'm going to do is this. I had to change up the fabrics a little bit because one of the fabrics that I had selected, and this is just pinned at this point, I didn't have enough of it. And then I was like looking through my fabrics and I don't know, I'm really happy with this combination. So, so I am going to sew the 4 pieces together and then sew it onto the back. I am going to use the Battenberg. Most people said that the Battenberg would be best on here because it wasn't dimensional and it wouldn't affect, you know, if my mother, because this is the back, remember, she could use it. It could be reversible, right? But I'm keeping the back simple. But if, you know, it's turned over and she put like a vase with flowers in it, I don't want that to topple over. So this is nice and flat, but I did find this piece of Battenberg as well. And I like that it kind of looks like a heart. So I'm leaning towards using that one. I like that one. You guys let me know. Is that the right choice? I think so. So that's where I'm at. So like I said, these are pinned. So all I have to do is sew these 2 pieces together and these 2 pieces together. And then I will sew them together, right? So then I'll go back to back and stitch, and then it will be ready to be sewn down on the back of the actual table topper. So that's where I'm at with this. I'm moving along. It's going good. I mean, it is a Christmas present, so I'm doing well, very well. I mean, no problem to have it done by Christmas. It'll be done way before Christmas. So that's the update on that. So let me move that to the side. And what I wanted to do, like I briefly mentioned, was I want to, oh, I forgot my my sewing piece here. Let me grab this. I like using this. So let me pull that in here. Okay. So I had shared a while back, I had from the Whatnot app, I had purchased a huge, well, I think it's either a tablecloth or a bedspread, but I think it was a bedspread. And I knew I wanted to cut it up to make whatever, you know, journal covers, pouches, whatever. So I finally cut it, and I do have some pieces. So like this piece right here, like folding this in half this way will make a beautiful journal cover. at some point. We're not gonna work on that right now, or I might decide to cut that down. I don't know. But look at how beautiful this is. Like, I don't know. I don't know where I will use this, but I am going to use it. I'm not going to hoard this because I have a lot of it. And then I cut out this piece, which you can tell is cut totally crooked. And I'm okay with that. I am very good with that. Now, which side is the right side? Okay, so this way. All right, I kind of want it like that. Okay, so obviously it is crooked, but we're gonna make it work. So what I've done is I pulled out some pieces of linen napkin. These, I think I had cut like this for the very first Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, the actual journal that we made that started the whole, all of the everything with Roxy's Journal of Stitchery projects. And I've had these like this ever since, but I want to use one of these as the base for this. I don't know what to call it. You know me. I just kind of make things and then they end up being something. Is that weird? I think that might be a little weird, but I am going to iron this. Then we're going to take this and put it down and we're going to start pinning stuff. So I have some tulle out that I wanted to try to pull into this. I have these pieces of fabric from Jovi, from Creating with Jovi. She sent me these with the cluster she made for me. So I have stuff here, and I have other stuff that I'll pull out. I don't know what I want to, I mean, I have to still piece it all together. I haven't done that yet. So, maybe I'll pull in a stamped piece of fabric. So I'll put that over here. I have this little bowl of different pieces. I'll definitely be pulling from there. So, it's something which would be similar to this. And this is, I keep some linen threads in. I did this back in August. See, that's why I put a date in stuff. August 31st, 25. And I liked the way that this was sewn together because it was sewn down the back, not on a side. So I don't know that I'll do that again, but this is kind of the look I'm going for. So I'm just going to go ahead and iron this. And this linen napkin, I'm sure I got from a local thrift store way back, because I used to use these for my wall hangings when I first started stitching. So yeah, I've had them for a while. All right, so that's our base. So again, I know I want this to go here, and I know it's not straight. That's okay. We'll figure it out. So at this point, like at the end, well, I don't know. I'm just going to kind of do stuff. That's all I can do is just kind of move forward and let's see where this goes. I am also thinking of using, for the first time, the crochet thread size 10 in cotton that I got from Hobby Lobby. So I'm excited to use that. All right, so I'm just gonna pin stuff down at this point. So let's pull over my pins. Let's move this. I did pull out some beads, so maybe I'll pull in. I have little pink beads. As long as, yeah, that hole is pretty big. I was gonna say, as long as I can get a needle through them. I have some gray. Yeah, so I'm gonna see. I mean, even this is pretty. right? Even that's pretty. So I do have that out to so I can remember to use it. All right, so I'm gonna just cut and place, okay? Um, so fabrics like this, I don't know what it would be called. I have no idea. But I'm just gonna cut a piece of it, and so we can put that away. And let's see what I'm gonna do with this. All right, I wanna keep that a little straight. So I do know that I want things bunched up, right? I want things to be bunched up, which obviously will be sewed down. So if I do that, and then I pull in a piece of fabric, like that could look pretty, right? Like I could cut out, do a, a easy fussy cut around here, not real detailed. And yeah, so okay. I also have this, which I think is really very gaudy. I have like three almost the same, but I thought that might work. We'll see. But I think the first thing I need to do is, let's go ahead and I'm gonna cut this. I don't remember what I used, the piece that's missing. I don't remember where I used it. But what I'm trying to do at this point is just kind of get the edges in covered, right? And I'm okay with going over the edge. Like, I don't mind that at all. I think that the end result is super pretty when you do that. So I'm going to kind of go like that, right? We're just layering, so you kind of have to roll with me at this point. There's something like that, which might be pretty. I think I want to stay, see, so now I have to decide, like if I did add this, obviously it's a different color, right? Here are the other ones that go with it. So I don't know. I'm going to put that back now, because now that I'm looking at that, I don't think that that's what I want. I do have smaller doilies. I love these little pieces. I cut them out of something. I'm going to pull that out as well. I actually want to find more of, pieces like this. So I'm on the lookout for that. All right. So I don't know. I have these little white rosettes. I think I have more of those. Yep. So I have little white rosettes. I'll pull them out. I'll pull out another one of these. Okay. Oh, I have these sayings. Okay. All right. So let me put this little drawer back. Oh my gosh. I have stuff like this. Like, I don't know that I want to pull in a color, but no, I think I'm just going to stay neutral. Let me see. No. Okay, so those are all colors. Okay, well, I'm not going to be neutral, because if I pull this in, I'm not neutral, but I'm going with it. Let's just go with it. Okay. So I also, let me grab it. I do have this bin filled with, I call these like my medium size doilies. Like I have my little ones, that drawer that we were just looking in, and then I have stuff like this. Like this doily to me is amazing. I love everything about this doily. I kind of hoard that doily. Yeah, like that. I just love. Now this one is already cut. So this I'm going to pull out. So let's pull that out, and I can add that because I want layers. I want, Yeah, I want it to be poofy. Let's pull this out too. This is already cut. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. So now you can see that that's not white. And am I okay with that? Yes, I am. Okay. I do want to try being the key word, leave as much of this background as possible. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead, and you notice I don't even have a place for this yet, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut a piece and then figure out if it can be used. And so now I have to remember too that these sides and the bottom have to be sewn together to make the pouch. So I can put this to where it's a little over the edge, but when I sew it down, I don't want to sew right up to this edge. I need to have what, a quarter, half inch here, so that I can sew a seam, right, the two back pieces together. So I'm going to leave that there. Let's see what else we have. Let's cut, I want this middle piece. So let's cut that. You know, when I watch like Karen from Railway Cottage here on YouTube, you know, she just cuts. And I even commented on her video once. I'm like, I just love that you just cut. And then, you know, and I just love it because so you're not committing to use the piece that you cut, but you're not holding on to things just for the sake of keeping them, right? So if that makes sense. So, all right. So now let's see. Let's go back to this. All right. And I have this white, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a round piece of tulle. It's white. I did also put one on here underneath this little doily. So if I do have a centerpiece like this, that's an awesome option. I really want to pull this in, and I'm going to cut it. Here we go. Here we go. It doesn't have to be close to the flowers. I can always trim it down more. So if I pull this in, I'm going to actually cut this. Okay, so now if I have, it's hard to do it, like once I pin it, it will all be scrunched together. And then if I pull in something like this, yeah, that's got to be scrunched. It's not doing exactly what I want it to do. So let's make it do exactly what I want it to do. I feel like I need more though. I need more before I start. Like, to me, this is gonna be the top piece. I feel like I need more. I want more fabric. What do I want? I don't know what I want. I am thinking. I mean, I like what's here. And I think having the center here, maybe I'll pull in this doily. Right? So if that's there, I like that. I feel like I need more poofy, and I feel like it needs to be under these things. So I'm like looking around my room like like, what fabric am I going to use? Let's see, is there anything in this bin? See, I could use some of this. That's pretty heavy though. Yeah, I have some of this. That's a possibility. Okay. That's actually from a mattress pad. And let me see what else I have here. Something like this could be scunched up. Oh, I have this. This is good. This is a piece of an embroidered piece, and I like it because it has the pretty edging on it. You know what? And I'm going to pull out a darker piece. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what I can do with this. So I'm going to start with this, actually. And no, you know what? I think I'm going to start with this. So if I have, and I don't think I need it like across all of this, but I do feel like I need some poofiness in places. That's the only way I can explain it. I hope that makes sense. And this may or may not work. I don't know. And we have something like that. And then down here, I could take this and we could scunch. So let's scunch. So this could be like this down here. I like that a lot. I'm going to pin that. Let's pin. All right. So if I pin that there, and this piece is going to go here. See, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so I'm going to just put in another little couple pins. Okay. So I know that it's weird that there's nothing puffy. Maybe what I should do is just cut a whole piece and use it like batting. But in the meantime, I can do that because that actually works. So now there's that, this fabric or this like quilted piece across the whole top of the inside. So I like that. I'm liking that it's poofier for sure. I keep trying to see which way is the right way on that. So now I need something down here though, right here. So this piece of fabric helps to poof that, and I'm fine with that. So then let's take that same fabric and do some poofing on this side. So at the moment, I'm not really liking this edging right here. So let's get rid of that. So something like this. And I like that. I'm going to pin it. I mean, you see how, you know, when you fool around with stuff like this to try to get things where you want it, don't hem and haw too much because, well, you'll drive yourself nuts doing that. But also, you know, a lot of this is going to be covered, and it just helps to give it some dimension. That's like when you do mixed media. If any of you do mixed media, you do the layers, and the bottom layers, sometimes you can barely see by the time you get done putting everything on top of it. And that's kind of the same thought process I'm having at the moment, that, or whenever I do this, is, you know, just build up the layers, and you can still see it. You can still see it. This definitely has a stain on it, but I'm going to go ahead and leave that. All right. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. Then this is going to go here. That's going to go underneath. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Now. So right now, right here and right here are pretty flat. So let me go back to this and see if I have any more, well, anything. Well, actually, I have all kinds of pieces of stuff. So let's see if I pulled in, like if I double this, so this is batting, and now that I have stuff pinned down, I can't quite, I'm gonna go like that and like that. I know I'm messing everything up, and you probably have my elbow in like your face. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm liking that. It's uneven and I like it. Okay, so that's gonna go there. And so now it's all scooshy. I love the scooshy. I love the layers. All right, so can I get this in anywhere? Well, let's cut a piece and find out. All right. So, because again, I don't want to cover the middle. I'd like to try to keep that flower as best as possible. So what I'm thinking, right, so it's going to be folded so that the seam is in the center of the back, like this one, in the center of the back. So this will be the front. So I have to remember that when I'm putting something over here, right? So when I go to place this down, I have to make sure it's over towards the center enough. So is there a place, excuse me, that I can pull this in? And that leaves such a beautiful piece of fabric. I love that. So is there a place? So if I think about how this is going to go, so let's bring this all back, and we're going to do our, scrunch, 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 and we can pull in, let's say we pull in that doily, and see, now I'm covering up a lot of that base fabric that we started with, which I didn't want to do. So let's do this a different way. So if I have it scrunched this way, and this piece here, and say I put this here, and say I cut this down even more. So say I pulled in just 2 flowers. See, that works because it's not covering here, it's not covering there. Or I could just leave those off and put that on. I know, that looks like super pretty, right? That looks super pretty. I'm thinking. Okay, so let's let's pin some of this down. So I'm going to pin just this top right here, and I'm going to pin this over far enough that it's not, so this is probably going to end up on the bend like this, which makes the back super pretty. Okay, So let's do that. All right. And I'm going to sew this. I'm not taking this stuff off. So I will be sewing this all together. And I don't know if I'm going to do cantha stitching, or maybe I'll do a little bit of cantha, just a little bit of straight stitching, whatever. I'll figure that out. So, all right. So now I really wanted to get this on here, but maybe I should put this. Yeah, I need to put it underneath this. And I like the way I just had this to where it was kind of, I like this frayed part, so I want to get that up there. So like that. So it's going to stick out up at the top at a slant. See that? I like it. All right, let's pin that. Okay, good. Now we can, I like this, that has some color. I think I'm going to have to go that way because, again, remember that this is going to be folded over like that. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, this is kind of cool. I forgot I had that. Oh, I like that. It has blue on it, though. Here's more blue. All right, I'm thinking. I do like that. I don't like the blue on it, though. Oh, I can just pull it out. I cut this off of something, obviously, or apart, probably apart from the blue pieces that I just showed you. All right, come on. All right, I can work on that myself. So make believe that those blue pieces are not there. Now, I like that a lot. So, you know, I'm going to pin this upper piece down. So let's pin that. And if we fold this to create an overlap on this side, look at how pretty the back of this is. Look at that. Look at all this yumminess. That's a lot of yumminess. Okay, so if that's the back, okay, so I'm liking this. We need more yumminess on the front. So I have to pull out, whoops, everything's stuck to it, this white tool. Ouch. Oh, I kind of like that. But I feel like I need more behind it. So what I need, I feel like, is another piece of this. So even though I have that there, it's not enough. So let's put a scrunched up piece here. And it's hard because when I pin this down, I have to put the pins in a place where I can pull them out as I'm stitching, right? Okay, so if I do that, well, actually I can pin all this down together. And this, well, and this. I think I need a longer pin. I'm hoping I'm not pinning that together. No, I'm not. Okay, so now, and I might have to fix this tool a little bit because I want it a little bit more scrunchy, you know, something like that. And I know you probably can't see that, but I will lift it up. Okay, so right now, that's what the front would look like. So let me pin this piece down over here because that's not pinned. So I like it, but I like the back better than the front. I like this. What I don't like is this. Even though it'll be sewn down, I don't like that you can tell that it is like that. I feel like there should be something there, I guess is what I'm saying. So this could be where these little rosettes come into play. Oh, so that definitely helps. That makes me feel better. I think I have more of these as well. So if I did something like that, I like that. I still feel like it's missing something. I feel like I need another doily or something like that. So let's see. So these were the pieces that we used for the back. So let's pull something into the front. Oh, I know. Okay. So this actually could go, I'll have to repin all this here so that that's there as well. So I like that. I like that a lot. That's what I want. I want that look of all the layers. I want all the layers. Tons of layers. So if I did that, okay, I like that. So now, can I pull in? Can I pull this in? I think I like this better. Yeah, I do. I do. Okay, so in fact, this maybe will go here and that there. I think I need to cut some of that off. So say it was more like that and then like this. Oh, see, I like that. I like that. And don't forget, there's going to be little flowers up on top. See how that's like there's a lot there. That's what I want. I want that look of a lot there. And then, so once this is all sewn down, then I can see like where maybe I could put some beads, right? Like look at how pretty that will look. Even the gray will look pretty, and even the pink and gray together. That's what I'm doing. Okay, all right. We have a plan. So let me get rid of this other stuff. I'm gonna look to see if I have more of the white. I bought these so long ago. I bought some pink, I bought some blues, but I think I'm getting down to the end. But if I put the pink pearls on here, I could even pull in a little pink flower. So I'm gonna have to see if I can find, this is an off-white, I don't want the off-white, if I can buy more of those. If anybody knows where you can get these little rosettes, they come like on a, like it's kind of like a long piece of, I want to say ribbon that you can cut apart. If you guys know, let me know, because I would like to get more of those. All right, so I'm liking this at this point. So I'm just kind of looking over at my little drawers over here. And I wonder if I can even pull in. See, that might be too dark. So this is one of the raw edge hexies that I cut for my Roxy project. I wonder if I can pull that in somewhere as well. So that's a possibility. That is a possibility. See, like right there, it fills in a spot, right? Yeah, okay, all right. So this is where I'm going. Okay, I'm gonna lift it up so you can see. And I will work on doing some stitching on it. We're at 40 minutes already, so I want to end. So let me go ahead and lift it. It's going to look something like this. So you can see literally all of the layers, right? And then, well, let me take these off. And then on the back, so like, look at that. Ooh, that's awesome. So underneath those, I'll sew those two sides together, making sure it's in the middle. And I like that. So there's like nothing I need to do to the back because it's like perfect. Yep. And I'll sew the bottom shut. And, you know, like I said, at this point, I don't know what I'm going to use this for, but I didn't know what I was going to use this for. And it is like the perfect size for these 4 little linen threads that I have. They're these threads. And so perfect for that. And I know where they are. And this really, for the most part, stays in my little pouch I made. That like goes to my living room with me when I sew. And like when I made this pouch, I didn't know what I was going to use it for, right? And it's full of long pieces of fabric and ribbons to tie around journals or that type of thing, or pouches, whatever. So, you know, I don't know what this will be used for, but it will be used. Somehow I will use this. And if I don't, well, I know I will. You know, I can even pull in, that's too big. I can pull in like the word love or something like that. I like the white. So I can do that. I'm going to leave this out, that word love. I like that. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. So I hope watching me do that encourages you to do something similar, right? Like go through your stuff, see what you have, and start placing it down, moving pieces around to where you get them and it makes sense to you, right? I do have buttons out as well. So, you know, I can always even just pull in a button for on there. And I kind of like that. So I'm going to leave that there. Yeah, I don't think it matters which one. I think I like the plainer one better. So anyway, so that's the scoop. Yep. All right, so thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, I will see you soon. All right, God bless everybody. Bye-bye.